This is Birdie's Bar and Grill. You see the sign over here. In Indianapolis, Indiana. For 3 years, I had a monthly variety show here from 2001 to 2004. And many memorable nights, a lot of theme nights. We had beach night, we had girls' night out, we had British night, which was very popular. It was so much fun. Dance night, Irish night, and speaking of Irish night, in March of 2002, we had to stop the show and let Prince and New Power Generation play a late night set, which was a benefit for, I guess, a shelter in Minneapolis. This is Birdie's Live, Indianapolis. It was the home of Niswander's Mystery Monday variety show from April 2001 to April 2004. When Prince and New Power Generation come to Birdie's, here's what it looks like after they leave.
Remnants. Big Prince show.
Yeah. So, what happens when Prince comes to Mystery Monday? Here's what happens. Yeah. Oh, great. Thank you very much.
Hey, look, Dan.
Oh, he signed yours too?
Sure did.
Awesome. Well, you can't read his name? After show song list. They were playing Indianapolis that night at the Marat Temple earlier, and it was the last show of their tour, I guess. So they pulled the buses in here into the parking lot, did the show. They left probably about 4:30 in the morning, and then went to Minneapolis from here. That's what I understood. So, and it was a great night. They played an hour and a half in the middle of the night. But obviously the show was called Mystery Monday, so I always had a mystery guest, so I was able to get some press from that. You know, like, wow, we had quite an incredible mystery guest that night. But it was so much fun, and many, many memories here doing regular shows as well with the band as part of showcases and just regular nights with other bands. In this location, in Broad Ripple of Indianapolis, I lived here. So I definitely wrote songs for both of my albums, Revolution of the Heart and Adventures in Wanderland, in that room right there. And yeah, this is the house. Where were you on 9/11? Dave Lindquist, the pop critic of the Indianapolis Star at that time, also wrote reviews of album tracks and albums and shows. Musicians were coming up to me wanting to play in a band, and I thought, oh wow, this is great. I could transition from a one-man show to a band. And at first I thought, okay, it's going to be like some collaborations, or people are going to write different songs together. But no, the musicians said, no, we like your music, we have our own projects, we want to play your music in a band with you. And a lot of great musicians filtered through the band over a period of 5 years. Matt Fetcher was the first official member of the band, and we were a duo before it was a full band, and he played bass. And he had founded this website locally. It was called indianapolismusic.net, and it was a great asset for the community, for the music community. It brought people together and created a lot of unity, and it was an important part of the music scene in and of itself. And also Jeff Sample, who had booked a lot of shows locally in clubs, such as the Patio, and then the new club called Birdie's Live at that time was brand new. And so he also assisted in bringing some of the musicians into the Niswander band experience. And there's so many other musicians. I'll list names in the credits and be more thorough, so you can see get an idea of all how many people were really involved, and the teamwork, and just how everything pulled together so well. Just such an amazing experience and period of time in my life. My music got played on radio stations, WFPQ, WTTS in Bloomington, where the Indiana University is. Also X103, the alternative rock station, as well as all the write-ups from the music reviews of the albums to reviewing my shows, and it's just amazing.
Niswander, the guys are going to be playing Birdies tomorrow evening.
And the Niswander Band played at a huge Clear Channel music festival that featured several stages and acts as diverse as Blondie, Los Lobos, The Roots, George Thorogood and the Destroyers, and Sugar Ray. The band performed live on the local Fox Morning News show twice, and my music was played on commercial radio stations in Indianapolis.
This one was your first album.
First album, Revolution of the Heart.
1999.
Yeah.
And then, so then what changed between then and this one, 2003? This was Adventures in
Wanderland. Yeah.
Because you're Mr. Niswander.
Yeah. Well, actually, nice, but it's
Niswander.
Niswander, yeah. My grandfather didn't know English, so he thought, I guess, nice was spelled N-I-S.
Oh, okay.
He changed the name. But that album, yeah, between those two albums, I was doing lots of shows, as a one-man show, playing with backing tracks. I had my Moog synthesizer, and I had my digital synthesizer, and I wore crazy costumes and did characters, and then people started coming up to me and said, "Why don't you form a band?" And so I thought about doing that, and then what happened was nobody wanted to actually form a band with me. They wanted to be the band. So I thought, okay, so it was a whole different thing, than what I was wanting, what I originally thought I would do, right? Had the Beatles and different Queen or different bands I liked. Each person contributed music in that way, you know what I mean, as writers and all that kind of stuff.
Right, yeah.
And nobody wanted to do that. They said, no, we want to play your music because we have our own projects we're already doing, right? So I said, okay. So that's what ended up happening. And so the second album was just with all live band, people that had played in the band in one time or another, and it's all live band music. Cool. Recorded, and then I just got really inspired to write, a bunch of new songs, and made that album. And it also has an insert on the inside where it features like pictures and descriptions of like 10 of my characters that I would do on stage. The album 2003 release, Adventures in Wanderland, it includes the melodic punk rock song "Read a Book."
How's everybody doing? Thank you very much. Kulaks, this is great. I've been here before. I used to live down the street, actually. I need love, but that's not all. Something to stimulate my brain. Doesn't have to be that deep. Something to take with me on a plane. I'd like to read a book, but it's a song that has a hook. Travel to exotic places, I wanna read a book. Well, there's always a story to find, subject matter of any kind. Not just look at the pictures, I wanna read a book. Oh, yeah! I look at you, and what do I see? Someone with feelings just like me. And no matter where you live, well, there's always so much to give, because love is something to receive. And if for some reason we don't agree, I still must love you, and you still must love me. We may not seem to get along, but love is the reason for this song, and I've got to love you this way. Also, everyone. The nth degree, because it feels so natural. Like beauty is more than skin deep, it isn't just physical. We have a special bond, it doesn't matter what you call it. So simple, yet complex, like a puzzle, every piece has a fit now. I said everyone in this place makes the world go round. Everyone in this place makes the world go round. Everyone in this place makes the world go round. Everyone in this place makes the world go round and round. Mojo, I've Got to Love You This Way, and Fun to the Nth Degree, which is the theme song of Nowman, superhero of the present moment, and later my television show, The Nowman Show. Welcome one and all to the carnival, into the festivity of the diversity. A celebration like a party atmosphere. Live life to the fullest and keep the mind clear. I know it sounds cliche to be the best that we can be. Open up your eyes, tell me, what do you see? Now use common sense when it comes to having fun. Don't have to be a rocket scientist to know how this is done. And I say, dreams of the time when you can pay the rent, knows when opportunity is heaven sent. What I feel is what I know. What I feel is what I know. What I feel is what I know. What I feel is
Keep it all solid and clean, like your mom's washing machine, yo.
That's right. We all poets. Speaking our reality into existence with the words we use. 1, 2.
I wrote the song Mellow Man from Adventures in Wanderland, actually in California. and it's a theme song for an 80s type of rock and roller who looks to be tough and rough, but actually is a mellow guy. Mellow Man is the title, and that's the name of the character as well. And it originated here in Southern California.
I'm a mellow man. That's what I am. I'm a mellow man. I really am. Gentle as a lamb. Yes, I am. I'm a mellow man.
What? I also co-produced my first short film with Matt Sommer that was a 20-minute promotional film called Chameleon, included on this album, and it was screened at the Alternative Film Festival in Indianapolis in 2004. Besides the audio tracks, there's also a movie on the disc, and it was co-produced with a great videographer and musician by the name of Matt Sommer in Indianapolis, Indiana, and we combined footage I already had of the band and of various shows, and with new footage that he created, following the band around some of our shows, and showcased the characters a little bit more, and we had a music video, fun to the nth degree, and it was just a great experience. And it was shown actually at the Alternative Media Festival in Indianapolis. It was great working with a lot of different musicians over the course of time that this album was made. Jeff Sample was with the band from the very first live show in 2001, and I believe the two of us even did a show in 2007. But the majority of the musicians would come for a while, and we'd shift players around. But it was great to work with a lot of different really cool people. Matt Fetcher was the first member of the live band in 2001. He also called himself Woo Fetcher, and we did a two-man show for a while before the full band was assembled. Matt Boyer put down so many great guitar tracks, solos, and rhythm guitar and even bass tracks on the album. There was Dusty Privet on drums, just an incredible drummer. Dave Lawless on bass as well, played in the live band too. And over the course of time, that Lance Warman played some shows with us, played keyboards as well as saxophone. Jeff Kleindorfer on guitar, Jeff Flora on drums, Derek McCullough on drums, Bernie Bowden on guitar, Scott Rudisell on guitar. There were a lot of really fun people coming in the studio even just to add atmosphere, which was a lot of fun. And of course working with Eric and Mark Johnson, the Wonder Twins, the Pop Machine, and as well as Joey Fingers, who had a stint for a while in a band called Transmatic on the Immortal label. Just a great bunch of guys, a great bunch of girls, and just a lot of fun in the making of the album. So this is a tribute to you as well. I'm a big fan of interesting cartoons, and part of the Niswander Rock Theater experience with the making of this album had to include a cartoon character. So I had this idea to create a superhero cartoon character. I described to my brother what I wanted it to look like, and he drew up this figure, and he also animated it for the movie Chameleon. A great character called Nowman, a superhero who would, as he goes about his life, he reminds others that the past is gone, the future is yet to come, all that exists is here and now. And I really like that idea. My Niswander's Mystery Monday variety show ran for about 3 years at Birdie's Live in Indianapolis. Well, when that discontinued, I did revisit the idea of the variety show, but this time online, and I called it Niswander's Fun to the Nth Degree.
This is Niswander, and it's May in Indianapolis. Welcome to
from here, well, there's always going to be that concept of entertainment in my music shows, and also the variety aspect as well. So we'll see how that progresses from here. It's definitely, quite an adventure, and just like the liner notes say in the album, this is just the tip of the iceberg because the adventures have only just begun.
What we need is we need more cowbell.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Time for vacation, maximum elation, break from the routine. Want some paradise, tired of compromise, check out another scene. How about white sand, remote sea island, another fantasy? Get it together, think warm weather, make it reality. Then I'll feel much better. Smile always comes to my face when I think about a favorite place. When it seems that I'm at my wit's end, I imagine I'm hanging out with friends. So it's always summer in my mind. I need love, but that's not all. Something to stimulate my brain. Doesn't have to be that deep. Something to take with me on a plane. I'd like to read a book, but a song that has a hook. Travel to exotic places. I wanna read.
I was president and co-founder of a nonprofit called the Olive Branch Society and was a media ambassador for the UN program Adopt a Minefield, which included working as an internet reporter in a Hollywood press corps, lots of interviews, including Jay Leno and Mickey Rooney, producing and hosting benefit concerts, and being a featured contributor to their fall 2004 newsletter, The Deminer. During this time, I was also published in the Nouveau News Weekly newspaper and played the part of Taylor Garrison in the London Sci-Fi Film Festival award-winning fan film Saving Star Wars that starred the original Darth Vader, David Prowse. And after finishing a bachelor's degree in marketing, I returned to Southern California in 2007 and was a primary organizer for Occupy the Rose Parade and appeared as Nowman with actor Jason Alexander of Seinfeld in one of his videos on funnyordie.com in 2012.
You yell out now, I'll yell out the rest. And watch what happens.
Now!
Meet, discuss, create something, implement. Woo! Look at that. We've changed hearts and minds. That's right. Already. That's right.
Good job.
Yes, we're going to do it. And when are we going to do it?
Right now!
Exactly.
Because all that exists is right now.
And a moment from now.
Let's talk about Nowman, because you've brought up the characters before. What's the Nowman?
The Nowman is the superhero of the present moment.
Okay.
So I've been working on it for a while. Like, for instance, the Nowman's on the cover of this album here. But I also did, like, experimented when YouTube came along. I thought, well, I could do something with this character, you know, and it's just very basic stuff. And then I wrote this book because I wanted to develop the character more and what goes on in the mind of a superhero, right?
Okay.
And
The
so I just
Universe
kind of
According To Nowman.
Yeah, and I
By
just,
Nowman.
I just wrote it, you know, real spontaneous. Like I went day by day, like a journal, right? And just like, what am I feeling today? And so there's a lot of interesting little anecdotes and things, spontaneous moments that happen just like when you write music.
You've still maintained that aspect of like switching costumes and playing different characters, and at least in the sizzle reel, like the intro credits.
You can see a little bit of that.
Yeah.
Too. Yeah. And it was a great time, and the music scene could have been the next Seattle, but a lot was going on. I got to play a Clear Channel Music Festival that
nice.
Blondie was in, and the Roots, and
cool.
Los Lobos and groups like that, and got written up in the magazines and periodicals and newspapers, and I was also media ambassador for a UN program for a while. When I came out here on vacation, we had gala events with Paul McCartney, and
oh wow!
And so I worked in Hollywood Press Corps, which that's when I got really serious about interviewing people. And I
guess you'd have to at that point.
It's funny. I met Paul McCartney twice, and that same night I'm having a conversation with Brian Wilson and with Jeff Lynne, kind of in the lobby before the event.
Yeah.
Like just hanging out, like I'm talking to you, and no problem. I'm used to talking to people regardless, right?
Yeah.
But somehow meeting Paul, I got nervous the first time. But and then the second time I wasn't. But
yeah.
But it's weird, isn't that? How some people just have that kind of impact, because But yeah, I've since interviewed many people, and of all sorts. I did get an opportunity to interview Buddy Ebsen around that same time before he died, because he was on the same label I was on. This album here was released originally on Springbound, which was an Indiana online label originally. It's now on CD Baby.
I wasn't aware that Buddy Ebsen was a musician.
Yeah, and his album was released on the same label.
Huh.
So I got to do an interview with him over the phone, and it was great music, actually. I mean, he did a version of the theme song of the Beverly Hillbillies TV show.
Very cool.
And in the interview, one day I'll publish it, in a book. But at the end of the interview, he said to me, "So when are you going back to Indiana, Dan?" And I said, "Oh, leaving on Monday." At the time, I was, still living in Indiana.
Yeah.
And he said, "Well, here's one for the road. Well, doggies." That's how we ended the interview, and he's such a nice man.
That's cool.
So it's great when you get to meet people, and they have incredible stories to tell, and so that was the music scene kind of fizzled out. I ended up getting a marketing degree from a university there, and quit my job and came back to California about 10 years ago.